that light off. You don't want to be seen. You can turn the light down. Girl, just be cool while I do this video. Oh, I'm gonna be so scared. What are you so scared of, girl? Squeenie said, "You, baby daddy." He started announcing that 2 hours before he leaves. Yeah. Relax, child. Okay, am I on? Oh, I'm on that right now. Oh, excuse me. Hey, YouTube. Lord, did y'all see the event tonight? We're talking about the event on 8. Oh, wait a minute, just now starting. Hey, YouTube, can y'all see me? Did y'all see the event tonight? The event was on AT2's page. Some of y'all familiar with him? I wasn't going to comment because I got a mysterious call. I'm not sure that anybody can hear from me. Can anybody hear? Anybody hear? Hi, I am Ms. Riggs. Heartstrings. How y'all doing? I'm gonna talk for a minute here about this event over here on AT2's page. It was quite an event. We know that there was a show called The Four Kings, right? That took place on King Jive's page, got out of hand. Thais has been talking about it ever since. There's hostility between all of them, right? And they were all on tonight together. So what we're gonna do is listen to a little taste of this, and I want to comment on it. I'm a little bit confused because last night Sunday night. I got a mysterious call. I got a call from Thais. Now I don't know. I never gave him my number, but you can find people's numbers. It was modern day phone book. You can find people. I got a call from him, and he was concerned about his stalker situation. So I said, well, it seems awkward now that I would go on and continue to comment on him since we've had a personal phone call. But I don't think anything really changes with that. We talked about his stalker. He apparently thought that his stalker was somebody in my chat. And even if they were, they're welcome to be here, honey. He takes offense to people going from chat to chat, but don't everybody go from chat to chat? How you gonna have commentary if you don't see nobody? Anyway, that's beside the point. Hold on a second. My eyes is blurry. How y'all doing? Hi, Deanna. Well, that's the other Deanna. Deanna 513. Darius. Hey, Darius, you was in there too, huh? So they had to show the Four Kings. I'm not going to go over that. I mean, it's been went over it ad nauseum, correct? Thais continues to say that he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he didn't say nothing, he's whatever. But basically, we've been hearing about this breakup for 2 years, correct? But it was strange that all the members were on there. So we got a glimpse of all of them being together. And I'm just going to give you my honest opinion about it, right? What was obvious to me is, first of all, King Jives is not a reader. That's not his forte. He does his show, does comedy. He has his other co-hosts on there. They talk and can discuss things. But as far as just yelling and screaming and insulting each other every time they're together, Thais overtalks him. So let's see if I'm factual. Almost 5 years it's been? Oh, Lord. What you drinking? Rockstar. Zero sugar. Hold on a minute. We're going to get a little small taste. And then we're going to have a reaction to it.
Let's talk about politics on Facebook Live.
But here's the thing, Tyrone.
Oh, my goodness.
I have been on this thing for so long.
You have.
And whatever you want to say about it, like whether I'm doing good this time or the next time, what does it matter to you? Do your content, keep doing your content, and be on your way. Like, you so worried about something happening to me. Since you say I got so much going on, you're so worried about what's going on with me. How come you can't make content without mentioning me, shading me? Because I promise you, I have, and I will continue to do it. Because again, and I say this not to even be disrespectful to you, but Thais, I don't care about what's going on with you. I don't.
Why are you doing this in front of these people? You have talked about William. You have talked about William like a dog. You have,
I can do that
you have
because
been around you and your cast and have talked about me like a dog. But it's okay, Jives. I believe the reason you're going through what you're going through right now is because of what you're doing right now. I really believe that.
oh, I'm going what I'm going through right now, Mike.
What has he done, honey? He never does anything. King Jives becomes kind of docile and passive whenever he's encountering King Jives, because Thais, because Thais overpowers. He turns his microphone all the way up and he just screams at him, and his reaction to that is to be more docile. So I don't know why he's continually accusing this boy, all this, talking about him and all of this. I can't believe what you're doing. I can't. With Thais, I'm just being honest here. He talks about him. He talks about him more than I talk about Jay Wilson. I just took the time to count how many times I went off on Jay Wilson, but this boy talks about him every single day. And I'm not saying that as an insult to King Jives. I'm just saying we all have different personalities. Just like when we were in school, some of us physically fight. I had that issue when I was a young boy myself. Some of us fight and some of us don't. Some people go through their whole life and they never have a physical fight. They ain't never slapped nobody. They ain't never did shit like that, right? That's their personality. You see some married couples, honey, the woman be talking, and the man don't say nothing. And it's not because he's being submissive to her. It's just his personality, correct? So I see that these other guys, they're not on the level of Thais either. Thais, he has how would you describe it? This is a person from the streets, right? He doesn't have a moral compass. In other words, he'll say anything and then deny that he said anything. Now he says that he don't do health reads. You got to stop diagnosing people, all that shit. But he is quick to use health reads on people. He's talking about one person's kidneys. He talked about me, my HIV, all your diseases, he thought that was going to destroy me, right? But I'm a street fighter my own goddamn self, right? So I don't know why he called me on last night. Was this like olive branch? I have no idea. I'm going to continue to do my commentary. This was a pretty rambunctious interview tonight. So I'm going to cover it. And I'm not going to change the way I cover it. Hold on a minute. But this is what I mean about people who are bully people.
Yeah, what you're going through. I know
y'all tell me what you think.
I know your ego won't allow it.
Original agreement, like that was gonna talk about each other. What happened to the original agreement? Like you was gonna be done, and like that's the original agreement. Can we stick to that agreement?
I have an agreement. I'm telling you, he doesn't. He gonna go over there.
Can we just? Okay, AT2. Do I have permission to go live tonight and talk to my people? Do I have permission to do that?
You said you're never going to talk about it. Why would you go live tonight to talk to the Thai squad? You're still going to talk about it tonight, and you're going to talk about it tomorrow and the day after that. And if any word comes through King Jive's page, you're going to use that to talk about it again. You're going to talk about King Jive's parents. Are you going to talk about his family? You're going to talk about Darius' kidneys. You're going to talk about this woman. Apparently, there's a woman that came on there and said she had a seizure. She is prone to seizures, and she had one live. So he accuses her of faking her seizure. Why would you fake your seizure? For what? Right? So the woman came on and he insulted her as well. But the point is, first King Jives came on and he did an interview with AT2. That went fine. He's great one-on-one, right? Then apparently Thais was watching this. He says he don't watch everybody, but he seems to have the information. He came on and he ranted for, I think, over a half hour, 45 minutes. And then both of them were on for a moment. And then Darius came on. And then the other guy, what's his name? London, he came on. He was part of the Four Kings as well. And even at some point, the lady who was accused of having fake seizure, she came on. And all she was wanting to say or communicate was, what's funny about me having a seizure? I've had a seizure and run into a tree and almost died. Why is that funny? Correct? That's when you don't have a moral compass. So all the things he says, and that's why I've always had to question Thais's mental capacity. No offense, brother. I think you're crazy. There's something wrong with you specifically. Everybody's trying to be normal, and you keep saying that I'm never going to say anything about this again. I gotta go. I'm never going to say anything about this again. And then you spend the next 6 months talking about nothing else but that. And I don't think you're even aware of it.
Your mammy is a bully. Hold on, your mammy is a bully. That's who's a bully. Your mammy and your daddy is a bully.
Come on now.
Yeah, she could have swallowed. Hold on, she could have swallowed your ass. That's what should have happened. Go ahead.
I get that you're gonna talk about the situation, and for me, I'm cool with that. Like, hey, I was on AT2 panel. I'm cool with it. Jives, as far as him doing a video, are you cool?
I don't care.
Okay, so that brings up another issue. The other issue is Thais has no problem going on other people's page and insulting the members on their page. If you're going to go and do an interview on someone else's page, honey, don't read the comments. Stay out of the comments, because if somebody says something, then you're going to cuss them out, right? And you're going to insult their parent, their mother and their father. This happened yesterday, right? You were on King Jive's page a couple of days ago, and you were doing this same thing. You had read everybody in the page, right? They all worthless pieces of shit, and you don't recognize some of your fallacies. And they're constantly talking about how much money you got and how they are all bums. Everybody's got to be a bum and all this kind of. But no, Thais, you just confessed yesterday afternoon yourself that you're from Skid Row. That's where you live. Your apartment was on Skid Row, correct? I mean, Skid Row, I wouldn't trust a rat to live on Skid Row. But that's where you come from, correct? But yet you're constantly commenting on other people's living conditions. These people live in SROs. These people live in SROs. They're not like me. I'm saying, because you have an apartment for 3 months, girl, does not make you a millionaire. Why they worried about if I say I'm rich? Why? No, it just makes you an unlikable person, Thais. I'm saying this to you because I think you're going to self-destruct. I think more and more attributes of your personality are shown. Stay out of other people's things. You're not suitable, right? I mean, you cussed out people in his chat. You cussed out his other co-hosts. When you went on the King Jive show, you cussed out everybody on the goddamn show, and you continue to cuss them out, correct? I'm just saying, I'm just trying to point out a couple of things, but you're going to self-destruct. People are not going to want to be bothered with you anymore after they realize you're going to get on their nerves, honey.
I came up here to try to figure out what happened, what's going on, and we still don't know. All I know is I'm jealous.
I never said you were jealous.
You say that every day.
So I mean, will he admit AT2? Will he admit that he turned the 4 Kings? He did that. He messed up his own show. Just admit it. You messed up a hit show.
If it's his own show, how can you say that you're going to stand in judgment? He messed up his own show. That's why you got to talk about it for 2 years. It is his own show. If he wants to take one of them Donald Trump dumps all over his own show, that's his prerogative. It's his prerogative, correct? So what the hell because you come on there talking about how you the star and all this, he messed it all up, right? Because you see the way King's Jive personality will back away when you start screaming and hollering at him, right? So all I could think about when I was on there, I was like, no, she needs me to talk to her. Because I know how to deal with people like Thais, correct? So I don't know what her purpose for calling me was. I have no idea, honey. But you got so many character defects, things you really need to dig in there and work on, honey. All it would require is sitting down with your psychiatrist and watching your videos. And you could say, well, why do you keep saying that you never said that? When I just heard you say it 20 times right now, correct? What y'all think? Y'all see that? Diabolical. Ooh, he said, if y'all don't give me money, y'all diabolical. So at the end of this thing, well, I gotta stop interrupting and letting him talk, because it's something interesting. He keeps saying that Thais, he knows something about King Jives. You know what it is. You know what the problem is. This all comes back to Cash App, child. He measures everything in the Cash App. Who getting the Cash App, correct? But King James keep asking him, well, what is it? Why can't you say it?
Tyrone, you're worried about me doing what I
My
did.
name is Thais, okay?
You-
My
you-
name is Thais.
Okay, well, Tyrone Jackson. Anyways, you're worried about what I did on my own platform.
It's over with now. You ruined it already. Don't worry about it. It's over with now.
That's what I'm telling you.
How's it
Don't
over with?
worry
You
about
just
it.
started up,
So
you came on the show.
Okay.
But every time you talk, you got to bring up the 4 kings. Hold on, AT2. I'm sorry. But here's the thing. I added to the show because I wanted to add to the show. I didn't consult with you. I didn't say, oh, London, oh, Kyrie, or whatever. I did that because I wanted a variety to the show. You just told AT2, oh, he didn't know what he was doing. He messed the show up. Like, if that's what I wanted to add, that's what I wanted to add.
That's what I just said.
And we all had a good time.
We did. Hold on. Amaz, can you, Julius G8, can you get me the information on that YouTube channel? Screenshot that last comment by Julius
You want
G8
people to dox
and give
people?
me all the YouTube information on him, when the channel was created. And
I can't even stop. Now you're in someone else's page. You're on AT2 as a guest, and you're going into his chat, the people who are following him, people who watch him, and telling them to dox people in the chat. See, this all speaks to mental illness. Somebody's not stable here, and I think it's pretty obvious who that is. So he's asking them to dox, get the information.
Go ahead.
Is it cool if I let Darius up?
Yeah, child.
Okay, I just wanted, because I know we're sharing it on both platforms, so I just wanted to ask before.
All right. Hi, good evening, AT2.
Here's the
Thank
third
you for
king.
coming. Thank you for waiting, first of all. I'm sorry,
Of
but
course.
also thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
And I'm going to be nice. I'm going to say, hey, good evening to everybody, even you, Thais. Good evening.
There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
girl, how you doing?
Hi. You know, the thing is, let me be clear about a couple things. I do not hate Thais. I don't hate you. I want to be clear about this.
Y'all too nice.
I don't hate you. I don't like you.
There you go.
I don't like you either.
And that's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
We understand one another. I think I'm not gonna cuss on your platform. I'm not gonna disrespect your platform, AT2. Yes. I did like you at one point. I liked you a lot. I like a lot of you. I will be so honest as to say is that you are a good content creator.
Oh, thank you.
Why are you being nice to him?
You are. I'll give you.
Darius,
I'll
what's
give the
up?
devil your due. You are. You know. Nobody over here begrudges your success. Anything that you have done, you wanted to go out and do your own thing. That was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody over here is jealous. Nobody over here envies you. The insult, since I've heard a lot of revisionist history this evening. It's funny how a couple of these lives this week has been a lot of revisionist history. The insult came when you left, and then you took the opportunity to start laying us. All this back and forth started with you. That's what you said.
No, it did not.
Yes,
No. So your memory is not that good because
I sit up here and say that it didn't, because it did start with you.
no, it did not.
You laid
Because
London.
I was telling people. Oh my God! I was telling people, can y'all stop? Can y'all stop? Listen, I was telling people that.
No, that was after.
No,
Because what
Darius, I wrote a statement.
No, if what I would have respected about you is if you would have really told us how you felt about us, because we had no idea that you felt that way towards us. Because everybody
Talking about this, but how I felt about y'all.
you know, but it's a viewpoint now. I'm just saying it for the record.
No. You have to clarify that. No. You can't say something like that. And
Girl, he
then
barely
just
said
talk how
anything.
I felt about y'all.
I'm not taking back nothing I said.
So, Thais, are you saying that you didn't leave the show because of them? Is that what you're?
No.
Darius, I'm kind of hearing like you saying like he left the show because he felt a common way.
We were talentless and we didn't have any talent. And
No, all of those things came. Those are the things I said after I left. I left because of Kawan. That's why I left, not because of.
Okay. So here's my take. Thais. You said that you're in a great financial situation. You feel like you have made it now. You are successful. They're all jealous of you and all these things. Get yourself a good therapist. I'm serious. You have got mental problems, Thais. You are paranoid. I don't know if you're schizophrenic or not, but you are definitely a paranoid person. You think the whole world's talking about you, correct? You say you have to stay over to only your subscribers, only Thai Squad, because everybody else is after you, right? They're all jealous of you, and most people, a lot of people, Thais Jackson, have had jobs, regular jobs. This bullshit is not going to compare with a job, a paycheck, correct? So it's not unusual for people to have a couple $1,000s in their bank, child, if they're working every goddamn day, right? You think that means that you are rich now. And even if you are rich, why is that the responsibility for everyone who you encounter has to acknowledge that you are a rich person, right? You think it's a big deal because you have an apartment? Doesn't everybody have an apartment? I mean, what's the percentage when you break it down? What's the percentage of people who are homeless? Almost everybody lives some goddamn where, child. You ain't doing no big thing. It's just normal. It is just normal, right? But everybody's after you. You deny everything you've ever said. You can't sit up here and say, I never do health reads. You did health reads against me. You thought you were going to embarrass me because of HIV. Honey, y'all need to let that HIV, that's a 30-year-old disease, honey. We done went through crisis after crisis after crisis since then. But you always go back to HIV because you think it's so hurtful. It's not hurtful to me. But the point is, you're willing to go there, right? You're going after somebody's kidneys. Why is that a joke? What's so funny about it? Right? That's what I mean. You need mental health, Thais. The way you jump anytime somebody says something about, you got to stop diagnosing people. You got to stop. That tells us, child, I've said it. I know I've said it before in my other videos, but it's the truth. You're so sensitive about being diagnosed because you have been diagnosed, right? I mean, we don't know how you were able to get benefits before now, but more than likely it was a mental health, for your mental health. You know you're crazy, right? You've got to know it, Thais. The way you carry on with these guys is pitiful. It's just terrible. And the more they try to calm down and figure things out, the louder you get, the more domineering you get, right? This is why you ain't got no man. You probably never have one, honey. Your personality is too domineering and it's too self-centered. It is too, you're another narcissist. It's not all about you. People don't really care anything about you. That damn show was almost 5 years ago, according to Darius. Was it almost 5 years ago? And you're still bitching and complaining about what they done did to you, honey. Come on now. You're sounding like Monique. I was identified before. You had that Monique spirit, honey, where the whole world has always done something to you. It doesn't make no difference if you get 50,000 or 100,000 or $1 million. She's still over there bitching about how they did her wrong over one goddamn movie. And she destroyed herself. She destroyed her career. What was once a promising career, she destroyed it. And that's what you're doing here, honey. You're exposing people to your personality characteristics, girl. You should have just stepped to the rumors. Don't go chasing waterfalls. You should have stuck to the rivers and streams that you're used to, girl. You should have kept doing your commentary. You should have kept doing your gossip. You should have did your church gossip. And you could do, I guess you do celebrity gossip or whatever, and keep on track. You kept drifting further and further and further into this mess shit, correct? Now, if you want to be in the beef sector, they'll take you over there. I ain't gonna say we'll take you. I'm not over there that much, but they'll take you over in the beef sector, and you go over there and holler and scream at people, because we got some real winners over there, honey, who will cuss your ass out. It doesn't mean that because a person is not over there hollering and screaming and over talking people and being rude, talking about their parents, talking about their health, talking about all the things that you talk about, girl. That doesn't mean they're a bad person or an inept person. I'm sure people on Wall Street, honey, can come down here and get in the gutter, girl, and call people bitches and hoes. Right? They have other talents. What y'all think, peoples? I want y'all to go over there. The guy who's never not familiar with him, his name is AT2. He has got all those Kings people over there. I mean, the damn show was 5 years ago. We've had all kinds of panels. Beef Sector got 6 or 7 of them going right now, child. And those will end and they'll get 5 or 6 more. I mean, you're supposed to move on, Monique. Right? She's over there. She's still talking about one movie that was made 15 years ago. Meanwhile, Tyler Perry, he done made 100 and something movies and projects. 100 and something, child. And now you want to say, oh, he cost me millions. Admit, no, you cost your own self millions. I don't want to confuse the two people I'm talking about, but it's the same personality trait. It's bad. It is bad. And you should be able to acknowledge that, you know, I really am over talking him. I don't think that since you came on, King Jives said more than 15 words. Every time you try to say anything, you know, here you go hollering and screaming and talking over people. The least you could do is turn your microphone down so everybody could be heard, right? That's a bully. You've probably been a bully your entire life, that to be my guess. And people don't like bullies. So they listen to you for a while, honey.
Y'all. Okay. I don't know what he told you because he was the one that told y'all, because I talked to him and him only. I didn't talk to y'all. Was that wrong? Possibly. I could have talked to y'all separately. And that was a big mistake to the habitual liar talk to y'all about me.
All right, Tyrone. Okay.
Yeah, so I talked to Kawan, and I was wrong for that. I should have talked to y'all individually, or at least sent that to y'all personally. Because I don't know, to this day, I don't know what he told y'all.
All right, Tyrone. Is that the main issue, Tyrone? Is that the main issue?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's over with now, Demario.
It's not over with. You can't say it was over with. It's been 5 years.
Back to them the letter that Thais wrote, right? Like, add anything to it?
No, I screenshotted the letter and I sent it to them, and they asked me what is going on, and I said, "You read it for yourself."
Okay, we almost finished.
Saying to me, Tyrone, that you don't know what I said to them.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you either. So, like, well, it's okay.
I don't trust you. I'm sorry. I don't know what you told them. I don't know. You always say that. You always say that. You don't know me.
You
don't. So I don't know you. I don't know you either.
You don't know me in real life.
We got Darius here. Darius, were you told anything different other than what the letter said when Thais left?
I got the letter right here. I got it right here.
Okay.
Oh, there. Give me a ticket for it. Okay.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Wrote me a letter.
It was so long ago. I don't remember what the letter said.
I had a song coming on. So she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see? Got to get back to my baby once more. Anyway, yeah. Give me a ticket for an airplane.
All right, so let's go here. I'm sure I got all of this. This says, it's not that bad. It says, good morning, everybody. First of all, thank you all for the docket ideas.
Roger Davis said I can't do it.
Very soon. Hold on. Now, some have called asking about wait, is this him?
I don't want to hear a letter.
No, this is it right here. I'm sorry.
I just said I'm good. Okay.
Well, London, is there anything you'd like to say since we're all here together? It's been such a long time since we've all been virtually in the
London's
same
a quiet
together.
one.
I'm supposed to be in the grave, remember?
I remember that. Just like I was supposed to have been dead too.
Yeah. I
was supposed to be in jail too. Okay.
Okay, so the point is, no matter what, Thais is never going to admit any of the stuff that he does, right? He talks about this damn boy and his court case. I wasn't even interested in the court case, girl, but I didn't hear about it for the last 2 or 3 years. You even went and made friends with the guy who was suing him, correct? It's been one nasty move after another nasty move. But what I think you need to get in touch with is your actions and take responsibility for your actions. Don't tell people, oh, I don't use health reads. I don't say health reads. Don't say that. And then you done insulted everybody on the goddamn panel, including myself, girl. You do this on a regular basis. You've talked about this dude's court case, girl, for a solid 2 years. Before the first day it started, you have been talking about that. And then you say, I ain't seen about that. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, how can they say that? You got to stop diagnosing people. So, Thais, I would love for you to come and confess and tell us your mental health history. Let's discuss something serious here, right? No yelling, hollering, and screaming. Just say, listen, I was locked up the first time at 17 years old, right? I did a year in the mental hospital and I got out. At 21, I thought I was a woman. I wasn't playing. I thought I was a woman trapped in a man's body. And I went through a period, right, where I thought I was a transgender. And I wasn't. I wasn't really a transgender person, right? And so I did a little bit more time. Tell us about your mental health history, Thais, so we can help you, honey, right? So people won't turn on you, because they're going to turn on you. With this behavior, they're going to turn on you, right? They are. Believe me. I've lived long enough to know what people get sick of, honey. All right. I hope I didn't belabor you guys with this stuff. I suggest you go over there to AT2's page and hear that whole encounter. It goes on. I think Jives did a half hour. You can see the difference between Jives when he's talking to a reasonable person or one-on-one with somebody, as opposed to when he's in the presence of Thais, right? But then he comes on, and then Thais voluntarily comes on the page himself. He says I don't want to be bothered with it. I'm through. I'm never talking about this again. Well, I heard you say that at least 50 times concerning this boy. Excuse me. I always say boy. This grown man, King Jives. Heard you say that at least 50 times. I'm done with it. I ain't gonna say your name. You don't say my name. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And then the same day you go on these 2-hour tirades about this man. You can't help yourself, correct? And you say that you keep going on about this money thing. Baby, I'm telling you, that is not a good look. Let this bullshit go about you. You're not rich, right? And let this bullshit go about how successful you are. This thing, you've got the least amount of subscribers of anybody on here. You say, oh, that don't matter. That don't know. There's a significant difference between 130,000 subscribers, and you got 15. That means he has more experience than you at this thing. You came on over here onto YouTube like a bomb, right? And you just declared that you're the most successful. You're the most talented. Why do you need to hear this? You're like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the president of the United States, yet he still has to have people around the table speaking for 2 hours, telling them how he's the most powerful, he's the most handsome, oh, he's the smartest, and you got to do all this shit. He still needs that, and he needs it from the whole world. The whole world has got to constantly be telling him that he got the talent. Right? And that's your same characteristic. This is a characteristic of being a narcissist, honey, and you need to deal with this. There's going to be so many people who are going to be excited. They're going to cheer in the aisles when your fall comes, and it's coming. Anybody who's been around YouTube long enough knows that it's coming. Your personality won't sustain. What Jives need to be hammering into your ass is whatever you say about me and how bland I am. I got the personality of wet lasagna and all this shit. I'm still here, nigga. Do you have longevity? You only been here, what, a year and a half? Yeah, you are the star, right? You got on that thing and you thought it was an instant competition. Who's the star? Who's the star? Thais, take your ass to the gym and start working on that weight, honey. I think it's a major distraction for you. Why you need all this validation. Start working on it. All right, you wonderful darlings. What y'all think? Y'all got any comments on this stuff? I do think if you need some entertainment, it's worth watching if you can stomach all that howling and screaming. Thais is a liar and very delusional, princess. Yes, but why is it necessary for him to keep calling King Jives a pathological liar? He's not a pathological liar. We know what pathological liars sound like, child. Thais, you are much bigger liar than him. We see you on here denying everything you say, and then you say it 5 minutes later, girl. Right? You're the one that's constantly lying, but yet you project that onto him. That everything he says is a lie. First of all, he can't say nothing because every time he opens his mouth, you start screaming. What are you so afraid of, girl, that you can't let nobody talk? Mm-hmm. He's extremely delusional. He's gonna crack. He's mentioned several things that are disturbing about his mental health history, about certain things, right? That would give us pause, honey. You got to be careful. Look, I'm looking handsome. Oh, as you want to be. Y'all see the moderator over there? Don't worry, they can't see your face. That's Gamby. Y'all remember Gamby, the sometime moderator? That's him over there. He don't want to be on camera, but you can't see his details. In case y'all want to rape him or something. Did that make any sense at all, Darius? You were on there as well. Y'all don't hit that boy hard enough, though. That's what I mean. He needs somebody like me. If people start screaming at me, honey, I know how to get right back in that ass. Correct? So since you don't, that's why he keeps coming back. Or at least that's why he keeps fucking with King Jives. Because he feel like he can. That's what bullies do. Bullies do whatever they can get away with, they'll do it. Right? If they hit you and you don't hit them back, they're coming back to hit you again. And they'll keep on hitting you until you take off in that ass. Believe me, I know. He's going to bump into the wrong one eventually. It might be coming to a close already. He's been burning that candle for about a year, right? And he just keeps leaning on these Thai squads. Girl, those people are going to drift away. And since there's nobody else coming in because you haven't addressed anybody else, your page would just become nothing. Like I've seen many times on here. I keep trying to tell your ass. He called you about a stalker. He called me about a stalker. I don't think it's really about a stalker. He's been talking about somebody stalking him for the last few days. He knows who the person is. He thought one of our friends over here was the stalker. Well, if they is the stalker, they can do that over there. They ain't doing it over here. I think that was just him contacting me to get me off that ass. I think that's what it was. And maybe that's fair. I did make like 6 or 7 videos about him, right? I get off on that shit myself. And maybe this is a way to get me off his ass. Because he really doesn't want anybody who's going to hit him back. That's bad news to any bully. So we'll see. I'm not going to be fucking with people. That will make me a bully. You just be fucking with people to be fucking with them. But if it's wrong, it's wrong. And I'm talking about it. That's what this thing is, honey. We're just a talking application. Why would he call you? Be careful. I ain't sure, baby. I don't fear men. What are you gonna do to me? They're gonna meet Rasputia. Wait a minute, I was cussing Rasputia out. The comment sector. Oh, a lot of people were cussing him out in the comment sector, but he didn't got no problem with going to other people's pages and cussing out their subscribers. He was doing it all night tonight. Why are you over here looking at my subscribers? Don't worry about them. You're here to be interviewed. And you want to holler at people and cuss them out and talk about their mamas and talk about their health conditions? Do it on your own page, honey. Right? So somebody on there asked him, well, what's going on with you and William McCrae? And he went into this thing. Oh, well, we got to put things on pause because Larry's my boy. Larry's my boy. So that's falling apart already because you're going to choose sides because now you got it in your head that those two are going to fall out and you got to stick by the side of Larry Reed. At the same time, Larry Reed is being exposed for many of his issues, and he's not even in the country. For the last year, over a year, he's been mostly out of the country. He's made plans for being out of the country. He's talking about leaving America altogether So how you hitching your wagon to him? How long have you been in Atlanta and he ain't even visit your ass? Right? I'm just saying, I hope that he didn't move to Atlanta thinking that's gonna make him closer to Larry Reed. I mean, we don't know why he all of a sudden had to go to Atlanta. I know one of his subscribers is the person who owns the condo. So he went there, but he didn't do all this. I did it on my own. I did all this on my own. No, a subscriber gave you the opportunity to have the apartment, correct? And the people in your chat, those are the ones, the faithful supporters, those are the ones who paid for everything. So I don't know why he keeps over there talking about, oh, I got several streams of income. I got several streams of income. Nobody gave me nothing. Nobody gave nothing for me. I did it all on my own. I'm keeping 2 households, all that braggadocious bullshit. It just makes you not a good person, like a friend to have. Who in the fuck wants to be around somebody who's constantly talking about themselves and constantly putting everyone around him down in order to make themselves feel better? It doesn't take all that, honey. It shouldn't. You are 50 years old. I thought he was much younger than that. You're 50 years old. You should not need all that validation, honey. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to do a little experiment. He said he's never going to talk about this no more. He's not going to use King Jive's name no more. He's done with Darius and he's done with London. Now he's done with everybody, right? He ain't going to say nothing about him. Although at the same time, on the other side of his mouth, he said, oh, I'm coming on my Patreon tonight. Oh, I got to do my show tonight. I'm going to talk about it on my show. Well, girl, you just said a second ago. This is what I mean about your mental health. Your mental, whatever. You'll see that tonight, he'll be saying the exact same shit he's been saying. He'll be talking about this guy owes money. Oh, all the problems you have. What about the problems that you have, Thais? You've got problems yourself. You're worried about everybody else's health, and yet you're bigger than 3 of us put together. Right? You have your own issues, honey. It's time to start dealing with them. And it's time to investigate your mental health again. We know you went through it, and then you feel like you healed. You healed because you're getting cash apps, girl. No, mental health is not anything to do with cash apps. I mean, what you gonna buy? Some food? All you can do is eat dinner, girl, and try to buy a piece of trade. So, yes. Oh, okay, I gotta read some of these. Hold on a minute, y'all staying with me just a little bit more. Oh, it's because they Respued out. Jesse give him some action. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gonna bump into the wrong one. Yes, Kitten Hills. He called me. I was shocked. I was in bed, and he said, "This is Thais." What I got to say, it ain't got nothing to do with what's going on between me and you. I want to talk about this guy in your chat. He thought that the stalker was our friend over here, our moderator, Justin. I said, well, you described this as being an older man, an older, heavy-set man. Justin is a skinny, young guy, high yellow, young. So I don't know that was the real reason he was calling here. I don't think his stalker is Justin. And how you defining the stalker? King Jives could easily consider you a stalker, right? Since you're talking about his court case every day, he could say, well, he's stalking me. He's making promises to come to my court case. He's talking about everybody that I know, challenging me always. And I'm not challenging him. He keeps saying that he's never going to say my name again. And I've agreed with him over and over and over again. Yet the next day, he's doing the exact same thing. He's not even aware of it. What you drinking? Oh, I'm way behind. That's way behind. You said that a long time ago. Almost 5 years that 4 King. That 4 King must have really been the highlight of his life, honey. He is stuck on that. Girl, you could have been in 5 more, Monique. You could have been in 5 more panels by now, child. You still stuck on the other one. And you can't let things go. I saw those people. They were all so bored with you, child. They don't know what to say to you. Because no matter what you say, you're just gonna spin it the whole different other direction and start yelling and screaming about it, child, and then turn it into insults. All the problems you got. Oh, I never do health. I never do health reads. I never do health read. Yet you do more health reads than anybody on YouTube, as far as I know. You have certainly done it more than anybody I've encountered since I've been on YouTube. I've been on here 8 years. No one has gone there as much as you. But you don't seem to even acknowledge that. How did AT2 get them on this page? I believe he was interviewing King Jives and Darius and Thais. He jumped on, and then the other 4 kings they jumped on later on at the very end. It was never the intention. And then he came on after King Jives, and that was a very long rant. And then King Jives came back on or whatever. So I don't know how long that thing was. Let me see. Okay. Gamby, you want to say hello to the people? Just holler out, hello. He sleep or half sleep. This thing went on for 4 hours and 19 minutes. If I'm correct. Can y'all see that? No, I can't get it done blurry. I don't know. It starts off at 3. It's not 3 hours plus 4 hours, is it? Something like 4 hours. 4 hours and 19 minutes. So since I'm a person who just peeks in, I was perplexed to try to watch the entire thing. Yeah, he said it was a code 10 to the Thai squad. I don't know. I'm just getting to wonder about these Thai squad. He said they all doctors and lawyers, girl, psychiatrists. You need to connect with the ones that are psychiatrists, honey. Because that's kind of where I'm at with all that. I said, well, this guy, he's crazy. He's mentally ill. Doesn't make any sense to try to argue with a mentally ill person. Right? All this talk about this damn 4 king. God damn, 5 years? And you have the nerve to say something about me talking about Jay Williamson? Just got here. Don't forget to tap the likes. Okay. Jesse Thais' pathetic ass started with me. I didn't even know him. Never heard of him a day in my life. Child, he starts up with the ones in the chat. He goes and he ain't got no respect at all, honey. Every time he goes to somebody's page, he said, let me see the chat. Let me see. Looking for, I see you in there. I see you in there, Miss Baby. I heard what you said. I see you. Somebody get her information. He does that on other people's pages. I pointed it out yesterday or day before yesterday, and I'm pointing it out again. Right? You don't go to other people's pages and start cussing out the people in their chat. That is so rude. That means you don't have a moral compass. Right? You'll say and do anything, honey. Thais looks down on Jives. Well, how you gonna look down on Jives? Been on here a lot longer than him. People like him. Thais got an exaggerated opinion of himself. He thinks that these people that he calls the Thai squad, child, that's the whole world. That's the whole world where he lives in, child. Right? So that's kind of like what Trump was. He would have his own little world, and then when he became the president, he just wanted to make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and now he thinks he owns the whole world. Everybody's got to bow down to him. It's the typical classic narcissist. But I think Thais' problems are much more than just being a narcissist. I think he's just he not only is he delusional, but he's also paranoid. He may be paranoid schizophrenic. Right? He sees and hears things that we don't hear and see. And this is probably the most attention anybody's ever paid to him. Bless that heart. Tim, don't be gentle with that. He's not loyal to anyone. That's true. Him calling you is just like I mean, I could have went there and just said, well, who gave you my phone number? Right? Usually people who call me is because I gave them my phone number. But I know that information is easy to get. Whatever. So we didn't go into any of the disagreements that we've had. He said, oh, we're not going to go into that. But I said, well, I just can assure you, I don't dox people. I don't get involved in these things outside of YouTube. So if that's what you're thinking, it is not true concerning me. All you got to worry about is this mouth. Hmm? He got air in his head. Oh, he's an airhead. Oh, I remember them from school. They used to call the teachers to call you an airhead if you act like a asshole all the time. Remember the little hats they put on you? We didn't do it in our class, but they put a little dunce hat in you. Make it look at the wall. Airhead. He's bipolar. Is that the diagnosis? He should have stayed close to the rivers and streams that he was used to, and just did his little commentary and signed off. Keep it professional. What you're doing now, you're trying to mix beef sector attitude with being a regular commentator, correct? And they don't mix very well because people lose respect for you when you act the damn fool. We can act a fool because that's what we're here for, right? The people expect it. They said, what's that place? Oh, that's called the beef sector, or if that's what it's called, that's what's expected of you, right? Pick a side. It seems like he's drifting more and more to this side, right? And since he knows more about King Jives, he keeps going in that direction because they knew each other at one point. He probably wanted to fuck him at one point, right? I mean, we don't know, honey, what is it, what his obsession with that boy is. I bet he didn't get tell. All that talk about you gotta stop diagnosing people and all that. That just tells us what time it is, honey. He like talking about people, mama and daddy, and then he ain't got one, so they can't talk about his. Ain't that a bitch? And whatever they say, he gonna throw that back up in their face. I heard what you said. What you said? Well, girl, what about the 1,500 things you said about me since last week? Right? How in the hell can you deny that you're talking about this boy's court case every single goddamn day? Right? Throwing up his situation with his mother every single goddamn day, honey. How can you just forget that you're doing that while you're doing it? He said, oh, why can't I read? I'll throw a little shade. Why can't I throw a little shade? Well, girl, obviously you don't know how to do it, Miss Thing, because you don't have a moral compass, right? We're not really trying to hurt people here, honey. You are. That boy ain't crazy. He just hasn't had any real parenting. I don't know, child. He definitely got issues, problems. You can see him standing out there on that corner, honey, trying to turn tricks. Look at Dais. And he was in drag doing it. It's just hard to imagine, honey. They need to let you go toe to toe with Rasputia, Jesse. Just follow whenever you put that damn what do you call that thing where you join the link? I started going there myself. I went on the last comment. They said, "Oh, this page is already gone." I was just gonna say, I know what he's talking about because he said that he was telling King Jives, I know what the issue is. I know what the problem is. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say, girl, you're gonna say what you say every other day, girl. It's all about the Cash App. You ain't getting the Cash App. Well, that's how you see things because you're from Skid Row. I mean, you're from a very you spent your life around a lot of poverty, Thais Jackson, right? And then you don't have even enough sense to realize that you should not be throwing your coin up in the people who gave you the coin, throwing that up in their face, and tell them they never did anything for you. You did it all for yourself. You got several streams of income. Well, what's the stream of income? Are you a singer? Or you're not a dancer, right? But you trying to act like now you had all these streams of income. Oh, this is only one thing that I do. This is only one. Girl, you ain't doing nothing but hustling cash apps. It's as simple as that in this thing. And you're probably not getting hardly anything from this AdSense, girl, because I mean, let's face it, you got 1,500 subscribers, girl. You got on average less than 1,000 people watching you. So you ain't gonna get no big money from that, right? Larry's the one to turn. That's why you're so stuck to Larry's asshole, because he's the one that brought them people over there to give cash apps. He already had that audience, and they had started waning from him. So he said, "Oh, go over to Kai." So he's on your page every night instead of his own page. So Larry Reed has got some issues going on right now as well, as far as finance. So now he's turning on William McRae already. Ain't that something? Thais Larry is going to crash. Well, he said he's choosing right now. He's choosing tonight. He ain't gonna be hanging around with William McRae because him and Larry have an issue. I don't know what the big issue was. It's a simple thing. Bernard Jordan showed up on William McRae's page while he was still fighting with Larry Reed. Well, they all gonna fight, honey. That queen is toxic. Mm-hmm. That queen is toxic, honey. Yeah, I see y'all. All the air went out of y'all balloons over there, Darius, and it always will. You don't feel bad about that. You say, "Oh, well, no, I'm not a wild, ignorant banji. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm a little more civilized than you are, you know." So what can you do? Sit back and let them burn out, get tired. I don't get tired, not when I'm reading. That's why I don't go to these bitches' pages. Correct? Because I know that my voice will overpower them. He don't mind that. He likes that. And that's why he's picking on people that he picks on. He's a psychopath? Diabolical is right. You know, he said, y'all diabolical. Y'all don't give him no money. Anybody come to his page, don't give no money. This is diabolical, he said. Ty is the one. Ty is the one that's jealous. Exactly. And he's resentful. I mean, Jives is better looking than him. Right? Jives has friends. He has friends. All the people you know, Thais, are people you met on YouTube last year. You don't know them people. You never had. All you have to encounter is them listening to you talk on YouTube. You resented all the people that Jives brought on his page. Maybe he brought his friends on. It's his page. And they're still together. Why is it, Thais, that everybody that was on that page, I'll make this point and then get out of here. Why is it, Thais Jackson, that everybody who was on the Four Kings show, which I never saw, everybody who was on there, they're still friends? Why is that? You have to ask yourself these things, Johnny. All of them are still friends? Why am I the only one on the outs telling them about how horrible monsters they are and how poor they are and they broke and they live in rooms? Huh? How long ago was it that you was living in a room on Skid Row? Everybody's friendly but you, honey. All right, people. I thought I'd come in here and talk about this thing for a minute. Oh, wow, Banji. You a wild Banji from Jesse, you a wild Banji from Detroit? Lord, he got a name for everybody, honey. Because Larry Reed told him not to use nobody's name. So that's what he's making a name for everybody. Oh, I don't say that. I don't say that. Oh, they talk about me. How could they say that about me? About me. Me. Really. Mm-hmm. And he don't like he can't stand that goddamn Jabba the Hutt. But if you look at the pictures side by side, he has a lot of characteristics of Jabba the Hutt for real. The way his body is made, his eyes are made. Thais looks like Jabba the Hutt for real. That's why he resents it. Okay. So if you want some entertainment, go over there to AT2. Or probably Thais is over there talking about it now, even though he said just an hour ago that he would never speak anything about it again. Today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and on and on. Thank y'all for coming in on today. Say goodbye, Gammy. Yeah, yes. When Gammy eats, we had dinner here. When Gammy eats, he's out for at least a half hour. Later, people.